Welcome to the CHMC Podcast Corner. I'm Jenny, and today we're back and breaking from our usual programming for high-stakes 24-hour mission. It's the FSU's Great Gift 2026. And if you're walking around campus and land the screen right now, you feel the energy, but here at the center, the mission is personal. So we're talking about the future of multicultural marketing and the students who are going to lead it. Joining me first today, we have Andrea Sacasa to break down the big picture. Welcome, Andrea, and would you like to tell me about your role here at the center?
Hi, thank you for having me today. So my name is Andrea Sacasa, and here at the center, I serve as the Director for Internal Communications, managing everything that has to do with sending out emails, tracking our events and stuff like that, making sure that our staff is informed of everything we're doing, but I also like to help around during big events such as the 24-hour FSU's Great Give this year.
Yes, so today let's start with the what for FSU's Great Give. For our listeners who might be tuning in from outside FSU, what is FSU's Great Give?
FSU's Great Give is a designated day by the university, usually around March, this year's March 4th, in which different organizations around campus are able to raise funds for 24 hours, so starting 12 a.m. and ending at 11:59 p.m. They're able to receive funds and donations every hour, every minute from different parts of the world, the country, and even the university.
This year, the center has a very specific goal, right? Tell us about the 2026 campaign and who it's designed to help.
This year, we decided to lean forward helping PhD students who are not able to get funding through traditional channels due to different reasons. Specifically, the face of our campaign is Ashley Jones, one of our most beloved PhD students.
Ashley.
We do. She wasn't able to get funding, and we want to make sure that she's able to walk during her graduation. We want to help move forward with her research.
That's wholesome. Why this specific focus for 2026? What made the center choose this over other needs?
So many PhD students have been with us for a long time, specifically
right.
Ashley, Alessandra Noli, Talala, Sonny, they might not, Ashley and Ale are highly involved at the center. Others come by and help us during big events, such as our gala or the Great Gift, Hixa Talks, etc. And seeing them go through this struggle made us want to choose them and have this specific cause for people to be able to put themselves in their shoes and help them, because they're doing amazing research that helps all communities and they deserve a chance to be helped too. This year, our slogan is One Gift, Many Futures, because many of these students want to remain in academia. Therefore, with your gift, either $1, $5, or if it's more, which is highly welcomed, you're not only helping them and their research and helping them graduate, you're also making sure that their students, their current and future students, are helped, that the research is finished, that this research can impact campaigns in the future, and that these campaigns reach the right target audience with the right and meaningful approaches. So
I love that.
It's kind of a domino effect for us.
I love that. And for the new slogan this year, what was the main brainstorm for you guys to think about it like that?
Well, we started with one face and then realized that it goes beyond Ashley, our main center. And it made us think that first we want, the campaign, we started with thinking, okay, we want to help her reach her goal. So help her reach, but it didn't sound right because there was so much more behind her. she helps everyone around, and we wanted to highlight that. And every like student that we have at this level or any other level, for that matter, is not only here for themselves but to give back to the community, and they make such a great impact that we wanted to highlight that and helping them, it's not only helping one individual but many.
Right. It's not just her. It's like what's behind her and what comes after her for the futures of others.
Exactly.
And that legacy is exactly what we're talking about today. What the center is calling the domino effect, right? The idea is simple but powerful. One gift is that first domino. When it falls, it set off a chain of reactions that touches many futures, pushing every student behind them towards success.
Yes.
So to see what looks like in action, we're joined in the podcast corner today by Ashley Johns, and we're very excited for her to come in. Welcome, Ashley. Would you like to introduce yourself and your role here at the center?
Yeah, hi, my name is Ashley Johns. I am a fourth year doctoral student, and my role at the center, I am the research and conference coordinator at the center, so I work to make sure we have good research groups going, and simultaneously working with students to find the best conferences, or the conferences that are the best fit for their research interests. I also help students find their research interests, so if you don't know even where to start with research, I have conversations with other students about what that looks like, the different types of research, quantitative versus qualitative. I could spend an entire lifetime talking to you about what research does and is, but that's kind of my role at the center.
That is very interesting. I feel like we need a special episode for that.
Sure.
Just talking about research.
I'm down. I'm down.
Because the center focuses a lot of research.
Yes.
So as a PhD student here, how would this year's FSU's Great Gift campaign specifically help you?
Well, so it's great that you asked that, and I brought up research. So it would help me be able to complete my dissertation, which is a huge project. It's a very long project that you have to complete in order to finish your doctorate. And I already teach here at FSU, and I already work with students, but this would allow me to continue to do that from now until whenever I decide it's time to kind of throw the towel in. But I love what I do as a researcher, but I love what I do as an instructor. I love mentoring students. I love talking with my students. I love getting to know them. And really one of the big reasons I even wanted to do my doctoral program was to be able to work with the next generation of communication, advertising, PR students.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. You mentioned mentoring.
Yes.
So how does mentorship side of this campaign help you bridge the gap between research and the undergraduate students that you lead?
That's a great question. So I always tell students, you do not have to be a doctoral student to start doing research. You don't even really have to be a upper level or upperclassman in order to do research. We have amazing programs here at Florida State, like the undergraduate research program, as well as obviously working in the center as well. This campaign helps to bridge the gap between research and undergraduate students, because research is not just for graduate students. Research can be for anybody. It doesn't even have to just be for college students, right? Research is something that you do constantly on a day-to-day basis. And so with this campaign, not only are you helping me to complete my research in order to continue to my future, but you're also giving me the opportunity to work with undergraduate students on how they can build their research skills that they need, whether it's to be able to complete their own degrees or to be able to go into the world and really think critically about the things that we experience and see on a day-to-day basis.
And that's the many futures part.
That's the many futures part, absolutely.
Right. My last question for you today is, for anyone that's listening, maybe a fellow student or a young alum who only has like 10 or 15 to give, what does small donation actually do for APH students?
Yeah, so I like this question because I always think of, well, $10 from multiple different students or multiple different people adds up, right? It's a drop in a bucket of a larger program or a larger campaign. And so, yes, $10 might seem small, but $10 could be the difference between finding 5 participants for a research project and not finding anybody. $10 can be the difference between being able to work with students who are able to learn more about research and not being able to do that because I don't have the funding or we don't have the funding as the center to be able to continue the research that we do. So yes, $10 seems small, $15 seems small, but it's a much bigger amount of money than you actually probably realize in the long run.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Because here at FSU's no gift is small.
No.
Yep. And for the FSU's Great Gift, those $10 gifts will help us win hourly challenges. And so the clock is ticking, and every donor counts. On March 4th, let's everyone start the challenge, and hopefully the center would get a lot of fundings. Yeah. And I want to thank Andrea for coming in today, and Ashley, you too, for stopping by the corner today. So if anyone's listening, this is your moment. We can all go to greatgift.fsu.edu, right? And search for the Center for Hispanic Marketing Communications and help us empower the next generation. So we will show them what this one gift, many futures actually means.